Hi there, and thanks for joining me for this how-to video on how to add patients to your patient portal. Now, we've talked about in a previous video why the patient portal is important for several reasons. One being it's where you will register samples that you're submitting for testing. It's where all of your reports will be housed, and you can send your clients a virtual prescription through our VetRx platform as well. Now, we do have videos for all of those in our video library, so I do encourage you to check those out should you have any questions. Now, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to assume that you already have a patient portal account. If you have not, make sure to check out the video on how to do that in the video library. But we're going to start by visiting our website, AnimalBiome.vet, and clicking on that patient portal button at the top of the page. Now, the first time you log in, your landing page is going to look like this. Once you have added a patient or patients to your portal, it's going to look a little different because when you log in, you'll be able to see all of the patients that you have already added. You can click here to switch the different views there. Certainly, if the pet parents have provided you with any pictures, feel free to upload those. Those are always fun. All of the reports can be found down here, as well as some fun buttons there at the top of the page. That VetRx button that we talked about a moment ago, register sample, return label, where you can generate your free FedEx return label to send those samples into us for testing. Guess what? There's a video for that as well in our video library. But again, we're adding patients today. So you guessed it. Let's click on this Add Patient button at the top of the page there. Now, I'm going to share two different ways that you can actually add your patients to your patient portal. The first one being is that you or one of your team members are actually going to fill out this questionnaire for the pet parent. You can either do that prior to their arrival for their appointment or while you're triaging there at the appointment. And I'm going to walk you through some of the questions that are being asked. You are going to find that we ask quite a few questions, and you may wonder why. Well, it's because our reports are driven by AI logic. So it really does take into account everything that you're putting into this questionnaire, as well as what's being sent in that sample. So all of that helps us create the best treatment recommendations for your patients there. So you will want to be as thorough as possible. So it's going to ask you about antibiotics in the past 6 months, the body condition score, any medications within the last month, as well as supplements. It's going to ask about any diagnosed physical conditions, the diet that the pet's on, as well as any symptoms that they are currently experiencing. Once you hit next, you'll be taken to a page where you'll want to provide us with the pet parent information. Once you've submitted that questionnaire, you will now see that that patient has now been added to your portal. The second way that I will suggest adding a patient to your patient portal is much quicker for you and your team. You'll again want to start by visiting that Add Patient button at the top of the page, but instead of you all filling out this information, we're going to ask the pet parent to fill out all this questionnaire. To do that, just click on the Share Patient Registration link at the top of the page. Enter the patient name, the species, and the sex of the pet, as well as the pet parent email address, and click Send Link. This will send them a link so that they are filling out the questionnaire, again, saving you and your team time, as well as making sure that we filled out this form entirely. We do know that sometimes that your patients are on supplements that you may not be privy to, so this is a great way to make sure that we're getting everything on that questionnaire as possible. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We are definitely here to support you in this journey, and we can be reached at team@animalbiome.vet. Thanks so much for watching.